The impact of social networking on society. ICT has revolutionized communication. People love communicating. People love knowing what's going on in their friends' and families' lives and the world. Technology and mobile access meets this need. Now, because of the amount of social networking, people are bombarded with information. So it becomes information overload with all the alerts you receive, email messages, and the time to respond to all this, and the reading, and the RSS feed that you may get from your sites that you have requested. So we need to work with the information overload. So some of the hints for managing information overload due to overusing social networking. One is remove yourself from FOMO, the fear of missing out. This is a hard thing to do for some of you, but you need to remove yourself from the fear of missing out. Turn notifications off on your mobile device. Set aside time for engaging with social media. When doing important work, switch off or go to silent mode. Avoid multitasking, social networking with other tasks. So that means you cannot be reading a book and doing social networking at the same time, or doing homework and social networking at the same time. It will impact on the quality of your work. Social networking and personal. Personal information. The internet is a public space, remember that. So you need to ask yourself before you post something, can someone use my shared information to steal my identity? Will my parents, friends, or teachers be proud of what I have shared? Am I slandering or embarrassing someone by what I am sharing? And if the answer is no, then you can consider sharing. Information shared, remember, can never be fully deleted. Other people can download what you post. So even if you think you have deleted, the information may have already been copied, but is still also accessible. If it is on the internet, it is not private. Remember that. Search engines make it easy to track down personal information. You need to manage privacy settings on all social networking sites. Remember when you first enroll into social or log into social networking site, you don't just leave the default settings as they are, because this is set for maximum sharing and visibility. So manage your privacy settings. Advertising is all based on what you post, so be careful of who you friend. Group communications are not private, they're immediately public. It can be freely shared by others. So you post something in a group, it can be easily shared. You have no control over it. Your chats like BBM, text messages, WhatsApp, Mixit, WeChat, etc. can be copied by others. So whatever you post in your chats can be copied and sent or forwarded. Comments made on blogs and websites as well. So you need to be guarded on what you type in. Social engineers are con artists who pretend to be what they are not in order to steal from others to benefit themselves. Social engineers are con artists who pretend to be what they are not in order to steal from others to benefit themselves. Availability of information online makes this task easier for the social engineers. It's easier for them to steal. Making information available publicly by social networking exposes you to additional risks besides the direct theft of information and the possible consequence of what you post. Always remember when you're posting things, especially if you're younger and teenagers, that your posts can affect your future interviews when you're applying for jobs and so on. Social networking does have advantages. Social networking across cultures as well. The advantage is people can share and celebrate cultural differences without borders. So it's open worldwide, it's global. So you can meet people from different countries, share their culture. The disadvantage is people tend to gravitate to the more popular culture, so losing their own culture in the process. A wiki, a web application that allows people to add and modify content of an online knowledge resource. So you can add content to a wiki. The advantage is low cost to set up and maintain a wiki, and it's free access to information. So you don't pay to access information on wikis. The disadvantage is the accuracy and usability of a wiki content depends on who created it, who adds the content, who uses it. So it must be guarded, so your research should not be done from wiki sites like Wikipedia. Because there's no guarantee that information posted is correct. It's just as accurate, I should say, or correct as the person who has posted it. So there's no guarantee of it actually being correct and researched. Methods of tracing online activity. Remember, we said all your information can be found online. You can be traced online. The technical details of network connection. Every connection has a TCP/IP address. There's a transmission control protocol and internet protocol address for your computer systems. It has a router from where you're accessing or gateway address. There's a MAC address, unique identifier given to every networking device, and your Ethernet address, the connection that you have, your Ethernet card is on your computer, or your Wi-Fi ID, the Wi-Fi you are using. So these are all addresses, numerical data that can lead to who has been using the internet. There are also cookies and file metadata that is saved on your hard drive. So there is lots of methods of tracing all online activity. It all depends on whether there is a need or an effort to identify you when it comes to online data. It all depends on how urgent the need is and whether there is that effort needs to be placed in order to pinpoint of where you are and uniquely identify you. This is your information on impact on social networking. Complete the activity in your textbook.